Another crazy week, guys. Bit of a slow news week, not last week, but we've got, I think, an absolute bumper coming your way
A
this
bumper.
week. A bumper. Massive, freaking crazy week coming up. Make no mistake. Please hit that subscribe button. Helps us grow the channel. 500 more to get to 10K subs. That would be absolutely insane if we can get there. So we need all your help, please. Spread the word and say, Heinzie, he's a sexy looking unit. Needs some subs. That's what it's all about. Thank you so much, guys. I wasn't telling Cubs that. Everyone else, just believe it. Trust me. Do as I say, not as I do. Anyway, Cubs, mate, it's great to have you back as always, my friend. It's absolutely fantastic. And I believe that we have a big week coming up this week, Cubs. I think it's been a slow news week for a couple of weeks now. It really has. I mean, we got the proving grounds last week, and that was it.
Yep.
We obviously got some Inquisitor action the week before.
Yep.
That was it. I think that this week is going to be a bumper, and the calendar, tells the story here because we already know that Fifth Brother, of course, is going to be released this week. That was teased to us late last week.
Yes.
So Fifth Brother's coming this week. Therefore, we're going to get a kit reveal and everything all this week as well. I think that we can just lock that one in and take that to the bank, unless, of course, it's subject to change and there's a problem and they need to fix it. But if everything else goes to plan, then we're going to see that this week. But mate, we're under about a week away right now from our next conquest, and conquest is rolling around pretty quick again, and we don't even know what we're going after yet. Now we should be hearing something this week about conquest next week.
Yeah,
I think we're also due pretty soon for the Grand Inquisitor kit. I don't know if that's going to come yet or not this week, but I mean, we're not that far away from unlocking this bad boy for like 0.5% of the player base. I'm joking. You know where I'm coming from. We were talking about that a minute ago. But yeah, not many are going to be after this bad boy. But Cubs, do you think that we're going to have a big news week finally or not? Do you think some of that stuff's going to happen, or is there anything that's not going to happen?
If there's one thing I've learned, it's that if I predict it, it's not going to happen. So I'm going to predict no big news this week.
You serious? No big news this week. All right.
I'm doing some reverse psychology on the cosmos here because
let's break the shackles. Come on. Break the shackles, man. Come on. What are we going to get this week? I don't care. Reverse psychology, save that for the therapy room, bro. I know you got a certificate, not right now.
I don't reverse psychology people.
Tell me what we're going to get. Cut that bullshit out. Let's go. What are we going to get?
We are going to get a Galactic Legend Jabba the Hutt this week.
Chill.
And a Death Star raid.
Don't even joke about that.
And ship loadouts.
Yeah, we need the ship loadouts so bad. So bad. There are so many things we still need in this game. There really is. But no, I think we're going to see Fifth Brother. I think we're definitely going to see the Conquest character release. I hope we get Grand Inquisitor. So for those that have been farming for over month, 6 weeks or so now, have something to actually sink their teeth into and also get people excited about that have decided that they might not want to go for it. And if it's pretty good, then they can go for it.
Right.
They're of course going to open up the marquees for 2 weeks.
Right.
Pretty soon as well for all the Inquisitors that have been released so far. So there's a big Inquisitor push. Bigger than many other factions I've seen in the past all at once. So they're heavily investing in getting people engaged and wanting this. And we talked about on your video whether it's worth it or not, and that's a whole different conversation. So go check that out. The link will be below if Cubs send it to me.
Keep in mind, Heinzie, next week is May the 4th.
Well, that's right. We're due.
So
we're due for big news.
We could see big news next week too.
Yeah. I feel that we might get. I hope we get, I don't hope, but honestly, I think that we're overdue for a GL announcement. I really do. And, we're in April now. We're at the end of April. In May. They've released them earlier previously, last year. I think that we're overdue for some reason, for some way, shape or form. And I think that, May the 4th is generally a big release news sort of time for us, and the player base. So we're overdue, if anything. So we may see a GL. I don't know if we will or won't, but it would make sense. Yeah. It would certainly make sense, Cubs. But yeah, is there anything else that you think we might see, mate? I mean, we need more ships and stuff like that. I think we all agree with that because ships.
I think it'd be pretty interesting if we got. I see a couple people in the chat, Jedi Rules especially, predicting an A-wing for the Conquest ship, And you know what? I would be totally down with that. I would love to have another good ship come in through Conquest. I'm just not convinced that we'd have 2 conquests in a row that would do ships necessarily. But it also seems like they're kind of making a bit of a ship push here, and so I would be totally down if they did that.
Yeah, no, I agree. I've been saving up my yellow energy for months now, waiting for a GL at some point, and I kind of expected it sooner. I'm pretty well dialed in now, ready to rock if it does drop. But man, it's I think we're going to get it, and I don't know if I'm happy about it or not. It depends on what it is,
Right?
You know, whether we're sort of dialed in or not. But yeah, it'd be really interesting. But we got a really, really cool viewers' choice question about that pretty soon as well. So we'll come back to that pretty soon. Let us know in the comments below what you guys think. What are we going to see this week? What are we not going to see this week? What is subject to change? Let us know. We're going to see a GL or not in the next 2 weeks or so. Let us know in the comments below. Be great to hear your thoughts straight up. Let's move to the next one, and this is a really interesting one because we know that they, with their forum post, there's going to be a huge Inquisitor push in a lot of different game modes soon. We know that Conquest, they mentioned Inquisitor. There's going to be Inquisitor feats or some sort of nodes. Hopefully, they're not too unachievable for those that don't have Inquisitors, because that would be gross if people missed out on the red crate because they haven't got Inquisitors unlocked. That would be disgusting. There'd be a lot of backlash on that. Make no mistake.
Oh, they're going to do that.
You reckon they're going to do that? Seriously?
They always do that.
Oh my goodness. But my question is, we know that Galactic Challenges, of course, are going to also have an Inquisitor feat in them. And that to me is not a surprise. They've done that with new release all the time. That's very, very common.
Yeah.
But it's been a while since we've had a new assault battle. It's been some time now since we've had a new assault battle. And I'm wondering whether you think at some point we may get an Inquisitorius-based assault battle coming around soon as well, considering they're making this big push for Inquisitors as obviously as a focus right now.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. They haven't really done much with assault battles in a long time.
Yes.
I mean, when was the last big update to assault battles we got?
Was it Rebel Roundup? Was it the newest one? I'm trying to think which one it was.
Yeah, so I mean, maybe the Inquisitors would get one, but I mean, how many other factions could potentially be on that list?
Yeah, that's the thing. So, I don't want to see it, but I kind of wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I mean, I don't think we need it. Make no mistake. We need a lot of other things, a lot more. We need fleet loadouts. We need a bloody Death Star raid before we go doing Inquisitor assault battles. Put the bloody time and effort into that. That'd be fantastic. Right. Sim the bloody Sith raid. About time to do that. I mean, there's just so many different things that could be done by now and should be done by now from a resource point of view. If you're focusing on the player base and whether that's a concern or not, I think they do know what we want. Make no mistake. I think they're pretty aware on what we're after. So yeah, hopefully it gets to that point. And hopefully we don't get an Inquisitor assault battle, but I wouldn't put it past them, Cubs. I just wouldn't these days, mate. Straight up.
Subject to change.
Subject to change, baby. Let us know. We're going to see an assault battle with the Inquisitorius or not. Yes, no, maybe. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. And of course, viewers' choice question, Cubs. Always fun for those that don't know.
Let's go.
If you jump into our Discord server, guys, the link is below. Jump in the Discord server. There's a channel in there called Rogue Actions Questions. Put your questions in there. If they're good ones, I'll ask them. Thank you so much for everyone that's throwing questions at us week after week after week. We really, really appreciate it. The question is coming from Nooch Vader. It's coming from Nooch Vader today. Nooch,
I love
thank you so
name.
much. It is fantastic, Nooch. Thank you so much for the question. And the question does, of course, revolve around GLs. We sort of, preempted that a little bit earlier on, Cubs. And the question is this: which version of Leia would we get as a Galactic Legend version, Rebel, Endor, or Resistance General Leia, if we got one? And we're saying if. We're not saying we will, if we get one. Yeah.
I think they would do a Rebel version. Probably.
Mm-hmm.
I could be wrong, but we've already got how many GLs from The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker, right?
Yeah.
We got 4. So I think we could maybe do Rebel Leia. My question is, I think also something to consider is what's the writing in the stars like right now in the game? And what are the new characters coming to the game right now? We've got stuff like Starkiller and the characters that led to Starkiller. We've got Rebels in that lineup too, right? Like Kyle Katarn.
Yes. Yeah, Kyle Katarn. Yeah.
We've got all of these Inquisitors coming to the game. And so I actually think that based on the era, a lot of that could be pointing to some kind of Rebel Galactic Legend, whether it's Leia or whether it's something else. And so, yeah, I think that's a good question, but I think it would probably be a Leia from the Rebel era.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't think we'll get an Endor Leia. I don't think we'll get a General Leia because they've already got a Resistance GL in Rey, of course. I don't think they'd bring in another Resistance Galactic Legend. I think we need a Rebel Galactic Legend if you're going to do it. Absolutely, that would be my pick.
What if we get Jedi Leia? What if we get Leia from that like
I'm down
1 minute
with
flashback?
That. Yeah, I'm down with that. I'm down with that, but I think it'll be Resistance. That's the thing. I can't see us getting 2 Resistance GLs at this point in time. So far they've been spreading them out. We know that. So I just don't see that yet. I believe that if they do it, they'll do a Rebel GL. Absolutely, and I think it'll be a new version of the OG. Leia.
Yeah.
Now, can I be really gross and be a really, really dirty old man right now?
Are you gonna ask for Slave Leia?
Slave Leia. I mean, look, let's say it. Everyone else is thinking it. You're thinking it, right? Everyone out there would love a Slave Leia that she just chokes everyone and they all die. Like that's all you need to do. That would be incredible, right? So I don't think we're going to see that because. Look what they did to Talon. We're just not going to see it. So yeah, I think that we'll definitely get an old school Galactic Legend. He's brought it up. Enough said. How many people would go after that if it was a GL? Make no mistake. I'm being gross. I'm sorry. You know what I'm like. I'm Australian. I'm an idiot. That's all I can say, right? Red-blooded Australian male.
There's nothing gross about this, Heinzie.
Who would not wail out on that? Who would not wail out on that? Tell me, Cubs, you'd wail out on that, right?
I might get in trouble with the missus if she saw that bill.
That's not the question I asked. You would wail out on it. You'd be dropping volts like you would. You.
Shut up and take my money.
That's it. That's what we're getting in chat right now. Because
I would here. Let me put it this way. I would put a Territory Battles Omicron on her.
I don't care what Omicron you put on her. Just get her in the damn game. I just don't care. I don't care if all she did was the bloody OG Rancor raid. I just don't care. Just bring it. That's what we want, straight up. But anyway, if you're worried about giving the people what they want and you want a whale, bring Slave Leia in. You're on a winner, straight up. Guys, yeah, and I'm back on the couch for a month. Mrs. H is going to kill me when she watches this, yes, but yes. I am what I am, and she knows that. That's nothing new. Thank you, Cubs, again, mate. Always been a pleasure. Love doing this every week. Heck of a lot of fun, mate. Have a great week, everyone. Monday morning, 4 nights in a row now, we're releasing this. We're on fire right now.
We're doing good, man. We're doing good.
We're back to a regularly scheduled program. It's been an absolute pleasure to do this every time, guys. Thank you so much to everyone in chat. Thank you so much, fam. Thank you so much to everyone who's given me an enormous amount of support last week. It was really emotional, actually. I got a bit emotional there for a while. So it was pretty
a lot
cool.
of work, man.
It is. So thank you so much for being amazing, guys. We really appreciate it. It's been great.
All right, dude.
We'll see you next week, guys. Love you all. See you soon. Bye.
See you guys.